welcome to Behind the Bottom Line podcast. I'm Adam Hayes, joined to my left by my co-host, Bob Paden.
Good day.
Across the table from us today is Barrett Johnson with JF Property Group. Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you having me out.
Yeah, so what does being a managing broker at JF Property Group entail?
Oh, gosh, where do I start, right?
Right.
So just real estate in general is just a very interesting industry to be in. You know, I mean, everybody's familiar with what the real estate market's been doing lately.
Nothing going on.
Yeah, not much. So last couple of years, you know, prices have been going up. The interest rate's been volatile and stuff. So it's always fun. It's always fun.
Yeah. So tell us what you guys do at JF Property Group. Is it commercial and residential, or is it primarily residential? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're primarily a residential real estate company. Our license does give us the authority to do commercial units, but we're not specializing in that right now. We're pretty much just residential. You know, we've got about 8 agents with us,
nice.
And you know, one of them's a property manager, so she has some familiarity with that. But most of the agents just do residential.
Okay, and what areas of town do you cover?
So I live down in Greenwood in the Center Grove area. I like to. Most of my business comes from the Johnson County area, but like I said, our license covers the whole state, right? So I've had clients before in Marion, Indiana, or Poland, if you've heard of Poland, Indiana before, all the way down to Bloomington. So I try to stay within about an hour of where I live just for comfort. And then I feel like I can best serve my clients that way because I'm not driving out to Santa Claus, Indiana. You know, I don't know where that's at. So.
Yeah,
I
do. I've been there. Been a while, but I've been there.
Yeah. So talk to us about what was your journey to JF Property Group? What did you do before? How did your journey lead you to there?
How did you get here?
Oh gosh, I mean, this will be a super long story here, but I'll try to recap it a little bit. So I've always had an interest in real estate. Like I've had construction background before and always enjoyed doing chores around the house. My wife has a list this big of stuff for me to do, right? Like you guys too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, I was in an aerospace manufacturing company before I got into real estate.
Which one was that?
It's a company called Nitrex. They're out of Franklin. They've got a couple places in Michigan, around the country, Vegas, stuff like that.
I'm an ex-Rolls-Royce guy. That's why.
Okay, yeah. So we probably
maybe one of my suppliers.
You guys sent stuff to us probably. Oh, yeah. So we did a lot of heat treatment and stuff like that. Yeah. Super cool job. Very scientific. I loved it. Just didn't get a lot of enjoyment out of it, you know, and everybody wants to be an entrepreneur nowadays. And so I decided to kind of dabble into real estate, get my real estate license. And long story short here, I was with another company at the time when I got my license, and they got word of it, right? And they were like, why are you getting your real estate license? Aren't you with us? You know, so they gave me an ultimatum that day that they found out that I got my license. They're like, hey, look, you can stick with us and dedicate 100% to us, or you can go and do real estate and we'll part ways today. So that day I went back to my office, kind of sat there for about 30 or 40 seconds. I walked back into the office. I was like, hey, you guys, I'm out of here.
Right.
Peace.
So it's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I said those exact words. So
some of us have done that multiple times.
Yeah. I've done that multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does the real estate industry look like for you going forward? I know, you know, up to this point, you know, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, it's really a crazy inflationary market. Where are we at today, and where do you see that going, you know, a year from now?
So everybody has an opinion, right? You know, for the last 8 years, I've been hearing people say, oh, the housing market's going to crash. It's going to crash. Funny little side story. My mom should have been my first real estate client.
Oh, yeah.
She wasn't. She was like, and she sold her house like a month before I got my license. And I'm like, Mom, can't you just wait like 30 more days? She's like, Barrett, the housing market's going to crash. I got to sell it now. If she would have waited, she would have got about $30,000 more for her property, and then it sold for about $30,000 more 3 or 4 times after she sold it. So,
wow.
Anyways, the rates have been volatile. They're on the steady decline right now this year. Home prices are not going to go down. They're just not. You know, there's not enough housing out there for people. You know, you see all these apartments and condos, these new apartment places being built, and you know, I know a couple people that rent and stuff, and they're paying just as much, if not more, than what
That's
you
correct.
can buy for a house if you have a significant down payment and stuff like that. So home prices are not going anywhere. Hopefully the interest rate does drop down a little bit more. This is an election year. Typically gas prices and interest rates go down, right? So
Magic. Yeah.
hopefully that happens into next year. But I see home prices staying about the same, if not just if interest rates go down, I feel like they're going to bump a little bit more, so we'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I mean, aside from what we all, I'll call it immediate kind of market though, let's say elections passed us, we're in 2025, put your crystal ball on, take a look at that. What do you maybe see happening in 25? Is it truly, I mean, we had talked about, I'm a boomer, our kids are out of the house. We're kind of stuck with a low rate mortgage, but to move, I got to spend another $150,000 to get a smaller house. Is there anything? I mean, I see a lot of over 55 units starting to come onto the market.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that continuing for the next decade? What do you kind of see in the next 5-10 year window even? So
what I'm seeing with a lot of my clients that are approaching retirement age, right, is that they're starting to go off on these dreams that they want to do. I've got a client right now that they're selling their house and they bought an RV camper and they're just going to sell their house, sock that money back, and they're going to live in a camper at a rented lake spot or something and just go that route. You know what I mean? So for those people that have the equity built in their house, I think they're still going to be wise and make good decisions with stuff like that. But for the most part, I think you'll see a lot of downsizing, or people just staying in their properties because they don't want to lose the equity in it. They don't want to, adopt these new interest rates. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how do you focus your practice? Are you more on the, obtaining listing side? Or are you more on the buyer representation side? How do you focus your practice that way?
So as a managing broker, me personally, a lot of my listings come from just word of mouth, past clients and stuff like that. So I get a lot of the listing side of things. I still love to represent buyers. That's something I really enjoy, especially first-time home buyers. They're new to the process. They're completely green. They don't understand how it works.
Sure.
So it's I enjoy being that teacher part of things and like showing them like, hey, this is what's about to happen. This was what you can expect. That's what I do. But we're kind of all around. So we're about 50-50 split. I'd say we get a half buyers, half listings and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
All right. And then how do people generally find you? Is it because they're interested in a listing that you have? Or is it because they know one of your agents and they're like, hey, I'm looking for a house and can you do a search for me?
Right.
Is it just kind of 50-50?
Yeah. So in real estate in general, you definitely have to have a website, right? Like we're in the modern age, everybody has to have a website. So we do pump some ad dollars into Google and stuff like that for the website. We generate leads that way. Like I said, word of mouth, and just the longer you're a real estate agent in the industry, you start to build your reputation and people start referring you if you do your job correctly. If you do a crappy job, then you're not going to
nobody's sending you anything. Right?
Yeah, you're not going to get much business. But our agents all do very, very well. We're such a small, tight-knit brokerage that we don't have a lot of overhead. Our agents aren't beating down doors doing 30 or 50 deals a year. So they can really take the time to tend to those clients and kind of nurse them along throughout the process. And it's a more personalized experience.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you see happen? I mean, obviously there's some law changes coming up, right? That the whole commission structure, et cetera. What do you see happening with all that?
I'm a huge fan of it, honestly. Okay. And I've told all my agents the same thing, especially on the buyer side, because any real estate agent as a buyer's agent can tell you horror stories about, just getting flaked out on. And we're kind of viewed as like a used car salesman, in the industry. I mean, people generally don't like real estate agents unless they have that relationship with them. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be good for buyer's agents because now what that whole thing is about is you have to have some sort of agreement in place with your buyer client before you proceed and show them properties, essentially. Okay. It does not have to be an exclusive buyer agency agreement. It can be a 1 week showing period. There can be a fee involved. There cannot be a fee involved. It's really up to whatever the client and the real estate broker agree to. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be beneficial because instead of buyers now kind of using and abusing buyer agents, it's like, hey, I'm a professional. hopefully you want to be professional as a client. Let's agree to work together for a certain amount of time. And this is the compensation involved. And let's agree that we're working together. So it's going to be good.
My understanding, and it could be wrong, is that is a total negotiation between the buyer and the agent now.
Always has been.
Right. It always has, but there's always this kind of underlying 3-6%, blah, 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 whatever. Right. Is that literally a negotiation?
There is a trend that it is starting to go down. Back in, think about like 2000s or whatever, when home prices were about 150, maybe 200 would get you a spectacular home.
Sure.
3% on 200 is, $6,000, and that's a respectable commission. Well, now if home prices are all of a sudden
correct,
100,000, 3% of that, that's a hefty amount.
That's a lot of money.
And so that's how we've kind of built our brokerage, or I started as an agent, like, hey, look, I'm going to charge you a lower commission rate. You're going to put more money in your pocket. I'm still full service. We're going to do the same exact things. But I'm doing you a huge service by, you're making $10,000 more just because I'm not greedy. I don't want all that equity. That equity is yours. You paid that mortgage. You own that equity, not me. I'm not here to take that chunk of money.
Sure.
So
how do you feel you're positioned against your competitors down in the Johnson County area where you're at?
I feel we're good. There's a lot of big name brokerages. I won't name them, but everybody's heard of them and stuff. We got a couple boutique brokerages as well. But what we focus on is, I think what makes us the best is that our commission structure with agents. And let me kind of break that down. So as a real estate agent, your broker, your brokerage will take either a percent from you, or some of them are flat fees, and stuff like that. A lot of times, and I'm just throwing out numbers, but it could be a 50-50 split. They're percentage based. There's brokerages out there that are flat fee based. And so our model is most of the time it's going to be a flat fee, unless they're a brand new agent and they take a little bit more time to get used to things and they need a mentor. So by the brokerage, us, JF Property Group, allowing the agent to keep more of their money, they're less inclined to have to charge the client such an astronomical percentage to make enough money to feed their family and pay bills. So if they can get a respectable amount of money, the brokerage takes just a tiny bit. The consumer keeps a lot of their equity. It's a win-win for everybody. So I think that's where we kind of stand apart from other brokerages.
And hopefully that consumer appreciates that and talks.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They all do. They love it. So especially when they get that settlement statement at the end, and you can kind of see what both agents are taking, the listing brokerage and the buyer's agent. And so if the other agent's making double what your real estate agent's making, it's like, oh my gosh, you feel bad for them. So,
right. I like that you're wearing the brand colors too.
Absolutely.
I planned it.
So let's talk about you, the human being.
Yeah.
What's your story? How'd you get to be here today?
Yeah. So like I said, my background's in manufacturing a little bit and stuff. And I did that, and I jumped into real estate, and I just loved it. There's something about sales, right? And it's not just sales, but it's connecting with people, just like us here today. Like, I didn't know you guys, and I'm coming in here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Now we're best friends. You're going to take me golfing.
Absolutely. Purgatory. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's a rough course. That is a rough course.
Oh yeah. I've been there once with one of my good buddies. And
I won't take you there. I'm joking.
But no, it's been a journey. So I got my real estate license in 2017 or 18. Love all the brokerages that I was with. I was Kate Wagner, just to throw a name out there. She was my mentor, and she's a great person, excellent agent. I learned everything that I know from her, and she just kind of grew me into what I'm doing today in real estate and stuff, And so naturally, as you progress in your real estate career, you want to either develop a team or open your own brokerage.
Sure.
I chose to go the brokerage route. We opened JF Property Group in 2022, and so here we are.
Awesome.
And how many agents do you have today?
We've got eight agents. 8 agents, and a couple of them are on referral status. A couple of them are brand new agents. I don't actively recruit people. If somebody's seeing I'm doing a good job and they reach out to me like, hey, let's have an open discussion and see if we'd be a good fit. But there's some people out there, it's a work relationship. So you don't want to open the floodgates to everybody coming in. I want to enjoy the people that I work with, know I can depend on them and they can depend on me. So.
Yeah. Awesome. So did you go to Center Grove High School?
I didn't. I went to Whiteland, but didn't go very far. Went to Whiteland, ended up moving to Franklin, and then 2021, when interest rates were great, we moved to Center Grove area and found a nice house there. And I've got 3 boys.
That's what I was going to ask. What's the family?
I got 3 boys. I used to say 3, 6, 9, but they're grown up now. So 4, 7, and 10. So
wow, prime of.
You got the prime activity time right now.
Gosh. Every day something breaks in my house.
Yeah, I bet. Plus you've got, all the events I'm sure that they are with school or, extra sports or music or whatever they're into.
Please tell me you got a Suburban or a minivan, right?
My wife has a Traverse. So
okay,
there you go.
TVs in it and stuff like that for trips and stuff. But yeah, my oldest is in baseball. So he's just this year, he's gotten full gear into it. He got picked for the All-Star team, which was super cool. He was excited about that. And then he just joined the Center Grove travel baseball team. So
awesome.
I'm super excited.
So your weekends are full, is what you're saying.
I don't have weekends.
They're his weekends.
I'm surprised you're here. Right?
Yeah, no kidding. So.
Is the season starting now?
Right now it's what they call fall ball. So
okay.
You got like rec or recreational season, and then they do the all-star stuff, and then they got fall ball, and then travel ball will be coming up here. Travel ball is kind of year round, but I'll be honest, my wife takes care of all that stuff.
Yeah. Right. Thankfully, you just look at the calendar.
That's
where we got to be at.
Yeah. I had a good buddy that had 5 kids, kind of in that zone.
Yeah.
And they had a Google Calendar, literally live.
Oh,
right? It's the only way they could manage.
Yep.
It was 3. Whew, still, that's a lot. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
So tell us about your ink.
Oh gosh.
You got some interesting stuff going on.
I got a couple. It's one of those things. You get one when you're younger, and then you're like, oh, 1 turns into 2, and 2 turns into
seems to
30.
Be the trend.
So,
right.
Yep. So
any meanings behind them?
Inspiration that led to some of them?
Yeah, all of them kind of have a personal meaning to them a little bit, and a couple Bible verses, and family members that have passed, or stuff that means stuff to me. So yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I won't take my shirt off here, but
there's some under there. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're a golfer, obviously. So any other interests, sports out?
Love to go golfing. You haven't opened your gift from me yet. But,
no, I will.
Little bourbon in there. So
nice.
I like a little bourbon. Tomorrow, actually, me and the real estate agent team, we're going out kayaking at Blues Canoes. So,
nice.
That'll be super cool. So,
where's that at?
Down in Edinburgh.
Okay.
South of Greenwood and Franklin there. So
it's actually on a river or just a body of water?
I wouldn't even call it a river. It's like a creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple spots you got to drag it.
We like Morse Reservoir over by him. So that's where we go. So.
Yep. We've been out we got at the house, I've got 3 kayaks. So me and my wife will go out to like Eagle Creek or something like that. It's pretty cool. I'm outdoors.
I like Eagle Creek itself, but the launch for kayaks is like a danger to society, right? Off the left, right down. It's like they got the chute with the rocks and all that stuff, unless they fixed it. Because usually you could go off the marina.
Yeah.
And then they forced you to go down this other, and it's dangerous. It's bad.
It's been a few years since we've been out there, but when we did, they had like a wooden thing that you set your kayak on and like walk it down.
Correct.
So what if you let go and it just...
Well, you end up with the pile of deadwood at the end that is collected that they haven't cleaned out, right? I'm surprised somebody hasn't truly passed away, right?
It's that bad.
Yeah, that's why we went up to Morse, because it's they got 2 launches. It's beautiful. There's nothing in the way. It's easy.
Yeah.
So anyway, but kayaks is cool.
Oh yeah.
So how would people find you?
Yeah.
You could do a Google search. Greenwood real estate agent or Carmel, anything like that. They'll find us there. We're pretty active on social media, and just word of mouth. I'm sure they know somebody that.
So is it jfpropertygroup.com?
jfpropertygrp.com.
GRP. Okay.
So
great.
There's a company in like South America that has that domain.
Of course.
Really?
I haven't bought them out yet.
So you're like, what is that? Right?
It's probably like $3,000 to buy the domain or something. Yeah.
Well, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me out. So.
Yeah. I appreciate you bringing a gift. He's the first. He gets a.
Usually we're the ones giving the gifts away.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Points.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much.
If I could add a little more here, I got to give a shout out to my team. So everything that we're doing here in real estate and kind of making a wave in the market. definitely couldn't do it without the agents that I work with. So little shout out to Tylee Davis. She's killing it. That's the one I was telling you about. That's a property manager, and she's got her license recently, but she's just absolutely super knowledgeable. Ask any questions that she has, and she takes great care of her clients. A couple other ones, AJ White, he's been with me forever. He's been a personal friend of mine since I was about 16 years old, and I dragged him into real estate. And he's like, he thanks me every day. He's like, man, thank you so much for getting me into real estate, you know, but he's knocks out closings. Greg Frazier, he's down in Franklin specifically, and he's just dominating the Franklin area.
Awesome.
He's got a property under contract yesterday. He just got another one under contract today, and he's doing some big things out there. And then Samantha Mann, I went to school with her, and she's had her license for a couple years, and just doing some great things as well. She just got a property under contract yesterday, and
awesome.
Listing active right now. So we're doing some big things. So.
Love it.
That's
Appreciate
awesome.
Excellent.
Love the team.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.